Alright, let's see here. Sunless skies. It's been like, what, 2 years now? But we got a new computer, new headset. Hopefully YouTube won't murder this one. Well, let's see. New game. Let's see what we're looking with. Ooh. Yeah. Very much gonna go for the legacy here. Go with the rogue-like experience. Oh boy. This is so I just downloaded this. I am very blind. Alright, so this is definitely new. Alright. So no aiming assistance. Normal projectile speed. So I have not played this game before, but I have played Sunless Seas. And while the resource consumption leading to despair and cannibalism and all these things was very interesting, it did feel a bit restricting. So I'm just gonna. Do I get like. Yeah, that was the situation I had in the first game. I've had it very difficult to just like not run out of resources, and I very much felt like if I wasn't continuously run, yeah, if I wasn't continuously getting resources and doing little else, I was just dying, and it gave me very little time to actually explore. So this should be more enjoyable. And then if I get better, I'll go up to standard. But for now, is there? Yeah, 3 settings. All right, so for right now, I'm just gonna go easy on the supply costs. I'll change that later. After I die. Inevitably. I'll probably get eaten by a space whale. Who knows? It's a sunless game. Probably going to get eaten by a space whale. Hmm. Very excited. Very excited to go into space and die horribly. Because that's what I've been told this game offers you as a player. Just despair, death, uh, more despair, more death, cannibalism, good writing. More interesting combat if you played the first game. This one's apparently better, though. Log of Her Majesty's Locomotive, the Orphean. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Ophian, oh god, I don't know how to pronounce that, is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning, in haste, to the Reach, where I hope to make port in New Winchester. May God be with us, for 1,000 deaths wait in the sky. Yeah, written shortly before dying. Yeah, that sounds like Sunless Seas, but I guess that also stands for Sunless Skies. Just gonna be about dying horribly to monsters. Oh, they just throw me right in there, huh? All right. Well, here's my oh, it's adorable. Look at this little thing, little train. Choo choo. You go. You do it. Right. So I'm going my train. All right. Sunless Span of the Heavens, London's New Frontier, Celestial Garden, Run Wild. Dodge. Ooh. Alright. So I can't spam it. I'm spam clicking as much as I can, and this is about as fast as I can go. How? Yeah. Okay. Wait, if I hold it. Okay, no, I don't hold. You spam click. Oop. Okay. Alright. Well, that'll take a little bit of getting used to, but that seems useful. Oh, geez. These controls aren't, like, bad, but they are a little bit clunky. Which would generally be associated with being bad, but yeah, it's a fucking space train. What do you expect? Nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Ophian? There's safety. I don't know if I can. Oh god. No, jeez. Man, there's just looking in the background here. You can see like the remains of like a bunch of buildings and stuff too. Yeah, lovely. Barrel of fuel. Wow, So where's my fuel? There's my fuel. Okay, that's supplies. All right, so the top one's fuel. Blue is fuel. Beige is supplies, which is food. Ox crates. Yes. Yeah, it's going down. So that's food. And then hull is just ship health. Hold is how much items. 8 crew. Terror. Oh, that's not good. Already at 5%, 6%. Oh yeah, yeah. This is the difficulties I remember having. The difficulties of just in the absence of doing anything, you're just always dying, which is nice, but can be a little bit crippling sometimes. All right, the wreck of the Ozymandias. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocketed with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. Two of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the districts of the dead? You silence him. Now's not the time. Leap across to the wreck. The gap between the two engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. Oh. So, gunfire. I imagine what happened was like monsters or something, but gunfire would imply that there's pirates or something out here. These people got shot, which is kind of weird when you districts of the dead. Actually, if I remember right, the first game had like the undead, but not as zombies, just as people who died and kept living, kind of like Fallout style ghouls. Maybe that's what happened here. Leap across to the wreck. Continue. Oh, whoops. You jump, your stomach lurches with vertigo as stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Ozymandias, and your leather gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line, and you lash the two engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. One of them forces open an exterior hatch, and you clamber inside. The interior is cold, unlit and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light over the narrow paneled passages. You make your ways toward the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. Clear the obstruction away. You locate a length of pipe to use as a pry bar and set to work. So that's your iron. Alright, I forgot this series has like a very weird way of doing things. And veils. Alright, so we can force our way through. Go back out onto the Osmandius Hull, climb past the blockade. Climb past the blockage and enter through a window on the far side and do so carefully. Well, to be honest, I really don't. This seems weirdly dangerous for no real reason. Like, I don't see any reason to do this. So let's just go and break the door open. Nope, wrong thing I clicked. Fail. Oh god, how did someone die? Okay, let's see. As you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion had trapped an engineer beneath a tangle of plating and pipework. The captain was first on the scene, you were second. Together, you pried the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl behind it. While the captain braced the bar across her back. By all means, take your time, she grunted as you dragged the engineer out. Back in the present, the twisted bulkhead yields. Suddenly, a crewman cries out as its jagged edge bites him. You order him taken back to the Orphean while the rest of your crew press on. The way is clear. Okay, so it's not. They aren't actually dead. They're just injured. So the crew isn't the amount of actual crew. It's just the amount of like capable crew. All right, that's fine. I was gonna say it would be really pathetic if someone legitimately just died trying to open a door. Anyway, you have reached into the Osmantius hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully, somewhere amidst the detritus, you can find parts to repair the Orpheon and restock your stores. Conduct a thorough search. Your companions work quickly. The Osmantius hull has begun to creak. Your actions on board may have compromised its integrity. Ooh. So that's why you go for the other option, the more dangerous one, because you don't damage the ship. Got it. See, now I understand. You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Ophion. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. Oh ho! Cries one of your party, prying the lid off of a long crate. It holds a cannon, still nestled in straw, and another crewman pulls the battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your funds. You now have 4 supplies. Does that mean we just ate someone's like pet bird? Oh jeez. That's unpleasant. The Ozymandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies, and discovered some useful equipment, a gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. Oh, it's a... Okay. I thought it was a bird, I guess it's just a bat. Got it. Wait. So I either get a... Okay, you can claim both. So why is it giving me these two things as separate options, despite the fact that I can have both? Is it just whichever one I prefer? Ah. The heavens are wide, so locomotives use scouts, like bats, to locate things of interest, ports, resources, and wrecks. Well, just in case this is a trick, I would rather prefer a scout to a gun. I'll take the bat. Wait, the bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay? You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on the Ozymantius, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. What the? Okay, I guess it is a very intelligent bat. It's arguing about how much I pay it. Okay then. Alright. Let's take the gun. Called the Jerusalem. Fires single shells to a good range, more or less accurately. Lovely. Now let's get the fuck out of here. Ooh. Ooh. Do we go for more resources or do we leave? The Ozymantius emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment, a gun that could be mounted to your clear. I already read that part. You might find more fuel there, but you'd better hurry. The Ozymantius is beginning to tear apart. Do we be greedy? Do we be greedy? Sure. Let's be greedy. The wreck of the Ozymandias screeches as its metal buckles and tears. You press on through the shuddering corridors, searching frantically for the engine room. Ooh. 49% chance of success. Whew. Well, this is... Alright, so we can either send a small party ahead, or go myself. Well, you know what? In a real bullshit situation like this, I would prefer to go myself, rather than telling a bunch of people, a bunch of crew to go and die for debatable ends. So I'll just run myself. Aha! Success! 2 fuel! Lovely. The wreck's engine are choked with old ash. You search swiftly, aware of every creak in the bulkhead, every tremble that runs through the dead locomotive. Finding several stacks of coal, you drag them to an exterior hatch and fling them across the Orphean before leaping after them. Unshackling your locomotive from the Ozymandias, you stoke your engines and steam away, restocked, refueled, repaired, and rearmed. Onwards. Well, that was very, very lucky, very ludicrous. Yeah, ludicrous. Lucrative? Lucrative. That's the word I'm looking for. Lucrative. Ah. Press F to send out your scout. Cost supplies. Scout! Alright. The scout is back. Oh. Reluctantly, your bass confesses to have found something. To see what it is, open your chart, the compass iron icon on the toolbar. Alright. What did you find, big guy? Oh. 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 Oh, yeah. This is... Wait, this is just one area. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's... Horror. Something ghastly. Something grave. Something that glistens. Something to crave. Ooh, that's fun. So what you found is a station just up ahead. Alright. Well, choo-choo. On we go. So how do we fire a gun? Ah, left click. Got it. Wait, did that... Okay, that didn't seem to use resources. Summoned by Captain Whitlock. The wall of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Huh. That is... I am very curious about this, but I feel like if I were to ask why someone has, like, cryptic black marks and is, like, exhaling smoke, I won't really actually get an answer. Like, I really feel like I'm not going to get a satisfying answer from this. So I'd prefer to just be nice. Maybe something nice will happen if I just ignore it. Just ignore it. Let's see what happens. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance upon her tongue. Her hand grips her arm. Her skin's as hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burnt meat breath. Ew. But promise. She breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker, her request little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. Pull away. Fine. I kind of want to ask why she did this shit, but well, I mean, she's dying. Let's just be polite to the captain. All in my will, she gasps. Be a better. She breaks off as the sigils burn into her bones flare, glowing cherry red through her flesh and skin. Better captain than I. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back into the scorched pillows in a twisting, frantic fever. That's it. Just, I'm pretty sure anyone can be a better captain than someone that just gets everyone killed and accomplishes nothing. I already accomplished something. I'm already a better captain. I didn't get anyone killed. I just got one guy lacerated. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge. Oh, still. Take your leave. You have an engine to command. You leave the cabin and the scorched stink of its air behind and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the captain hasn't long left. Onwards. Oh, 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 don't crash. Oh. Why do I... Oh, okay. Is that the pirates? Oh, I think we found pirates. Oh, jeez. I'm seeing that we have some sort of heat system here. Alright, I'm trying to shoot it. Come on. Come on. Oh, jeez. Yeah, trying to work this little bar, because I don't actually know what happens if we overheat. Is my volume on? Oh, jeez. I think I... Oh, jeez. I am absolutely horrible at this. Give me a moment. Give me just a moment. I think I forgot to turn on the volume. Yes, I did. I am so very sorry. Very, very sorry. That that is a lot louder. That is actually too loud. That is very loud. This is a very loud game. I will need to turn this down. If I knew how to edit videos, I would be doing that. Unfortunately, I'm not a proper YouTuber. I don't know what I'm doing. This is just an experiment. All right, what do I get? Is that a Gatling gun? Okay. You approach the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. Raid the remains. Martyrs pillage homesteads and hunt travelers all across the Reach. They often carry stolen valuables. I cannot strip it for repairs, though, because my ship isn't damaged, but it's something I can normally do. Got it. 31 sovereigns. Nice. No, I don't actually get a gun, it's just the icon. Got it. Alright, I was wondering why this game was so quiet. It's because I had it muted. Alright, if I remember, we want to go left. Oh, if you just hold it, does a little choo-choo. That's cute. The ghosts of passing trains. New Winchester! Hey, we did it. A new port. Oh, I see. I need to... I think I see, anyway. Alright, docking. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. That is a very adorable name. It is clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into these sidings that a brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing a ledger. The usual formalities. Look to the Furian's doctor. He has just appeared at your shoulder. His face is solemn. His hat is in his hands. He lowers his eyes. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orphean itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that, unfortunately, Captain Whitlock has just passed. Ah, he says neutrally. Sorry to hear that. Very sad, very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? Oh! Create your captain. Today, London lies between the stars. Her new empire unfolds across the heavens. But 10 years ago, before the northern gate was opened, before the renewed empress led her people into the skies, it lay in a vast cavern far beneath the earth. Deep, dark, marvelous. Who were you then? A street urchin, a soldier, a poet, an academic, a priest, a sailor, a ministry auditor, or a revolutionary. Well, this is interesting. Well, I am unfortunately not very good at this entire thing, but hopefully I'll get better. If any of you guys are actually interested in seeing more content, then let me know if you like it or not. And additionally, let me know what background you'd like to see. And part 2 will be me picking whichever of these little paths turn out to be most interesting. I imagine there's going to be more to it than this. Or maybe there's not, who knows. But regardless, I hope you guys have a nice day, and this seems like a fun game. I look forward to playing it more, even if I don't do it for YouTube.